You got to be kidding me. One-hand double pump and the foul. Take another look.
Yeah,
got into him.
And at this point, it looked like these guys might break 80 without LeBron.
LeBron's loving it. Nets down 1 second quarter, but Jason Kidd said, you know what, we got to put an end to this. Nets up by 1. And then coach third quarter, all of a sudden bad perimeter D by the Cavs.
Well, Jason Kidd breaks down the D. Shannon Brown does not do a good job of taking up airspace. And we got some great shooters here that are going to step up. And there you see it again. Airspace, no hand up, late, jump shot. That guy went for 36 tonight and shot 60% from the field. You must find these guys. Vince Carter is an all-star player. The guy can make a three. Cleveland's concentration defensively went downhill in the second half, and then the game obviously got away from them.
And obviously the Nets' great ball movement, as we've seen. There's Richard Jefferson, faces up Devin Brown. Nets win big. The Cavs could not stop Jefferson, his 36, a season high. The Nets shot over 50% from the field and from beyond the arc. Without James, the Cavs shot just 35% as a team. Prior to this season, the Cavs 9-3 without LeBron in the lineup. In just 3 games, the Cavs have equaled their total number of losses without King James. With LeBron leading the NBA in scoring and the team in assists per game, Cleveland has seen its offensive numbers plummet without its star player. Anderson Varejao has signed a 3-year offer sheet with the Bobcats worth just over $17 million. He can opt out of the deal after the second season and become an unrestricted free agent. The Cavs have 1 week to match the offer or lose Varejao to Charlotte. Mark Stein, your thoughts?
After one of the longer contract stalemates in recent memory and some pretty bitter negotiations, both the Cavs and Anderson Varejao got a lot of what they wanted here. Cleveland will match the 3-year, $17 million offer sheet Varejao got from Charlotte because it means they can bring back one of their most important players at a salary that doesn't exceed Drew Gooden's. That was a big Cavs priority. And Varejao gets 2 years of guaranteed salary in the $11 million range, as well as the opportunity to go back to the free agent market in the summer of 2009 and make another run at getting a bigger deal. Why then did Charlotte even get involved here, knowing Cleveland would match? If nothing else, Michael Jordan can go to his fans and make the claim that this team is being more proactive than it used to be.
So Varejao, one of 2 teams, guys, he'll be playing for later on this season. The guy's 6'10", averages of just under Rick, 7 points and 7 rebounds a game last season. What are the Cavs dealing with here in terms of if they match this offer?
Well, what they dealt with was a very crafty agent who pulled off a miracle. Agent Dan Fagan did a great job for his client. Here are the 2 points that I'm looking at as things that may not make this an automatic for the Cavs to match. It's 2 years, $11 million, but if you count luxury tax dollars, it's upwards of $20 million. The second thing is, when you sign a free agent, even if it's your own, there's a 90-day period. You cannot trade that player for 90 days. The end of the 90 days falls after the trade deadline this year, so they're not going to be able to get value back for him. And then a year from now, if a team wants to trade for him, they're going to have to deal with Dan Fagan. Otherwise, they would trade for a guy and essentially rent him for a couple of months, and then he becomes an unrestricted free agent. So this is not quite as simple as it looks.
And for people at home that's wondering, why are we talking so much about Alexander Varejao? He's not an all-star. He didn't average 20 points last year. Well, the things that he brings to the table are intangibles. The things that you can't check in the box score. The charges, the hustle plays, the ability to play power forward as well as center. Allows you to rest Ilgauskas, plays you alongside Drew Gooden, plays you with Danielle Marshall, who's a 3-point shooter. He's a high-energy guy. He's a fan favorite in Cleveland, and he's going to be welcome back into that locker room.
Yeah, and he finished virtually every playoff game that Cleveland played last year. And remember, these guys went to the finals, and for energy players that bring the kind of tangibles that Jalen's talking about, it's hard to put a price on that when you look at their stats. And by the way, Jalen, I mean, this is a great fit for Charlotte if Cleveland decides not to match.
Oh, man, Michael Jordan and company did more than actually, do Cleveland a favor by making this guy an offer, because he could have really helped their team. Sean May has been injured. Okafor has been injured. You add him to that front line, now you really have something. So since basketball is entertainment and it's a writer's strike going on, Rick, it's kind of like what the Charlotte Bobcats did to Cleveland Cavs, is they made a pay-or-play offer to Varejao, but it looks like he's going back to Cleveland.
Okay, back to Cleveland. Rick, you think he's going back to Cleveland as well?
I think he probably will. And here's the other reason I think so. LeBron James in 2 years can opt out too. If he sees Varejao go somewhere else and the Cavs not match this, what impression does that make on him? So I think they match, but I don't think that this is just something that's just an automatic thing without any thought. I think that's there's some serious issues here.
All right, cool. And again, the Cavs have one week to match the offer sheet from the Bobcats. Elsewhere, the Jazz, winners of 3 in a row on the road in Sacramento. Jerry Sloan gets a 1-year contract extension, by the way, that will take him through the end of next season. That was Reggie Theus, head coach of the Kings. He played for Sloan in Chicago. Ronnie Brewer, putback slam, worth another look in the first quarter.
You keep that up on the offensive rebound, especially playing on the perimeter. That means more minutes.
Fourth quarter, tight one. Jazz down 1. Loose ball. The Jazz move up court. Darren Williams, as easy as you can get right there. Jazz retake the lead. Later in the fourth, watch Ron Artest drives on the metal court and finishes with the left hand. Artest with 23. Kings up 1.
For my money, the most physical player at any position in the league right now, Ron Artest.
Darren Williams buries the 3. He had 30 points. Watch Bino Udrih right here slice down the lane and the layup. Kings up by 4.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. Learn the system in San Antonio. Go to Sacramento, get minutes, Udrih.
Francisco Garcia, a huge 3 that gave Sacramento a 6-point lead, and they're dancing on the court. The Kings, nice win. Sacramento has now won 3 of its last 4. Those 3 wins coming against the Spurs, Rockets, and Jazz. The Kings now 20-6 in their last 26 games against Utah. Straight ahead on Fast Break, they may be a little below the radar right now, but the Pistons are quietly making an early season run. They look to once again keep the Hawks earthbound. We're coming right back.
At Ruby Tuesday, the best starts here. From our Jumbo Lump Crab Cake, almost all Jumbo Lump meat, nearly no cake, to our signature Triple Prime Burger, 3 cuts of prime steak, ground fresh. Our best, your pleasure. Ruby Tuesday.
Snickers. Sound of feasting horn. The feast. It's ruined.
No one's ever jumped 5 bricks. 4 bricks and a small chunk of wood, maybe. Not 5 bricks.